Welcome to a brand new Imperator Let's Playthrough for, we're going to do Epirus here, and carry on here with a plan. Let's see where we're going to go and what we're going to do. So, I did a couple of Let's Plays after taking a year and a half or whatnot off. Did a Roman world conquest as the Republic. I did a Bosporan world conquest as a autocracy. And with Epirus, I'm going to go up in this direction here and try to civilize any and all barbarian territories by building cities, etc. et al. If we're engaged by any majors, if we survive that long, we'll, you know, of course, defend ourselves, etc. But we're not going to go out of our way to acquire any of these cities in Rome or here, Getia, Moesian area. We're going to build our own up in through here, wherever we can find them, or take some territory. We're going to build it there. We're probably going to have issues with loyalty, but that's going to be the crux of this game, is civilizing these barbarous wilderness territories and such. Again, assuming we survive that long. So along those lines, we don't need a fleet, as it's going to cost us money, and we really don't have much. Let's see what we're doing. We have some PI. I believe we start and as an allied with him. We can trigger him. I think that he has a tribal vassal, as well as he's guaranteeing this fellow here. So if we use some of our influence here, we can get a claim there and maybe just suck it up. Whatever AE we acquire from taking this territory, we'll just not file a claim there, because our PI we need for other activities, such as getting more funding, really, with tax farming and commerce income. We want to embrace this as well. And I think that about should do it, or it's close to it. Let's see what we have here. Unintegrated culture happiness. Well, that's nice. There's not a lot of that where we're going, so that's something we could change. We have Hades, it looks reasonable. And then what do we have here? I'm gonna swap this out to Apollo right now. We'll take the stability hit while it's high, and while we have a low aggressive expansion. At some point we'll probably want to change Zeus out as well, but who knows, really. Maybe we'll use that. I'm going to remove all these guys from office and replace them with the most competent person relative to gender. Let's change this commerce to exports. Accept all trades. Apparently that exports is a bad idea, as we don't have enough nobles to even support a singular trade route. Let's take base metals. Grab a couple from our friends, and we'll try to augment our light infantry, which we seem to have a fair clip of in our meager-sized levy. Who are you and why are you? We have a Taxus. And I set our Taxus to drilling and deleted the light infantry. We need to get right with our technologies. I believe that, at least for the near future, we're going to be heading into Hellenic territories. So we'll just maybe get to prescribed canon to where we can initiate that law and leave that be. We have 2 left, and that's where we'll stay. We have 135 in the bank. We have our capital. And it looks as like that is our singular city. So, and it's fairly well populated as well. So we just need to let some promotion happen and wait for our claim to hit. Speaking of claim to hit, we're already over our maximum, so we may as well grab some taxes in honor of our taxes. Some time is going to pass, and then we'll attack our allies, trigger our ally by attacking Apollonia. Unfortunately, our ally is no longer affiliated with Apollonia, so we'll dissolve it ourselves and leave that alone. Let's file a claim against our ally here. Oh, we already have. Well, that's strange. We have this character here with the blood of the Argid. She looks to be in perfect health and has really no problems other than she's... Let's have it. So she's not exactly old, she's not exactly young, but I think she probably will have a kid. The blood of the Argid is nice, and I believe it's a stability bonus. Yep. Aggressive expansion 10% off as well is nice. We're waiting. We just got our claim against Apollonia. And I may as well essentially attack right now. Let's do it. Boom. It's an early war. Let's see what can be done. This guy will probably show up and ravage some of our territories. He's going to ravage, yeah. He's done it. Too bad for us, really. Well. I'll be back to you from time to time. We drop that siege here. We'll be gentle. We want pops. I'm going to come down here and see about dealing with this. I would wager we'll get right to about here, and then that siege will drop. Well. If it isn't lapsed, what does that do again? It's just maddening is all that is. Let's see what's happened to him. Loyalty. Okay, well, I think it used to be more with negative modifiers than that, so... Anyway, in this game we're going to use various console commands as detailed in the playlist. Specifically, I think we're going to add ourselves, I believe, 30 or whatnot military experience every, I think it's 10 years or thereabouts. I'm going to do the math before going any further. I'll comment further once I figure out exactly. There was a mod that gives you military experience or doubles it or whatnot for everybody, but the mod is broken because of the patch update, and I can't give it to everybody. I'm going to take half as much as it would have given to everybody and then give it to myself, and then forego the calling up the levy and then disbanding the levy, calling up the levy, disbanding the levy, call up, disband, call up. So I'm going to save myself all that trouble and just give it to myself via console. I'll be back. Here we go. That's just up to 42. We're going to get there on the 23rd. I would imagine we're going to be just a hair late. We'll find out. We've done it. Boom. So let's head back and take this island. Finish this war out. The siege just dropped. I was beginning to wonder. I think if it had gone one more tick, I think it ticked over 5 or 6 times at 42%. We would not have been able to carry on against a level 1 fort. It was level 2 or something at some point. He must have run out of money. Who knows? Whatever the case. It finally did drop. And we can close this war out. Let's grab 10% reinforcement speed. Okay, so there that is. I have this Taxus here drilling. We can't do anything until 57, I believe it is. We have our truce February 21 of 457. We'll just mull about and hope we're not attacked by a major. I did check the military experience mod, essentially doubles it. It would have been about 77 or whatnot every 10 years. Call that an even 40. Or 77 every 13 years. Call that an even 40 every 10 years. So I'm just going to grant myself 40 military experience every 10 years. and call it a day. I will not be, again, creating and disbanding all these levies, etc. I forgot to sell off the imprisoned characters into slavery. Should get us some money. I'm going to do all that and hire a merc, I believe, at some point fairly soon. There's a 13 with 7k, has a supply train, a fair bit of heavy infantry as well. I'll send him up here to attack Tolitania when the truce breaks February 21 of 57. So far as I can tell, he's allied here with this tribe, right? It is. We should be able to take him with the merc fairly easily and save ourselves the manpower so we can carry on deeper into these territories. Speaking deeper into these territories, you're going to set yourself up, or I'm going to set myself up for another attack here. So Pieria is affiliated with Deorsia. So if we file on Deorsia, for what there is of it, we should be able to carry on. Perhaps even grab something in Dalmatia. And who is he affiliated with? Drat. I filed on the wrong guy. Now, I could have filed on Dalmatia and triggered this whole lot here. Well, I would have to take Deorsia anyway. So, maybe that's good enough. While our relative stability is high, I'm going to go ahead and trigger this law, even though I have zero need of it, essentially. But we'll get it on the books, and our stability will tick up organically or naturally. We have a breakthrough here. Let's see if something can be done. I go ahead here and grab a couple of technologies, just leave one in the bank there, as it were, for bookbinding or specifically theological colleges, should we ever reach 125. I note that this city here is severely underpopulated, so we're going to get some pops out of the countryside and into that city there. This one is overpopulated. And I believe, do we have another city? It's outside of our capital. So we'll just carry on here and move more of these pops in there. I probably should have done that a few years back. In fact, all of these guys are primary culture, which is why our research rate is quite low. Should have I left some population capacities in either of these? Yeah, I should have, because they're all primary pops now. And what we're going to do is conquer into non-primary pops here. So I could have moved those guys down into this area and put the primaries up in this city here. Oh well. Alright, it is September, and this merc is still available. We're going to run into a deficit spending, but I think we'll get over it at some point. I'm going to take 66 PI for 10 stability. Alright, this war is actionable. I'm going to do it immediately. Looks good. Let's have at it. I'm going to call up a levy right here. Dredge up some funding there and go up here and begin this siege. Let's go ahead here and file a claim against Dalmatia with our newfound PI. We're going to file right here, I believe, as well. Carry on. Looks like a new ruler has been born, and we won this siege but did not get any money for it. Let's check our children here. Blood of the Argent. Bonus. We just dropped this siege, and it looks as though... What does it look as though? Let's send our mercs down here to deal with this guy. Let's see, his martial skill not particularly high, so we should win, theoretically at least. And maybe we'll go up here and start to siege down this. Call up a levy here and see about retaking that as well. Uh-oh, we'll have to wait. We caught this guy here. We're gonna dispatch him, hopefully. Let's get back up to wherever he's going. Looks as though we're gonna catch a straggler out here or something like that. Let's drop a claim up here as well. Can't do it outside our range, I see. We have an option for some provincial loyalty. I think we need it badly. It's, one of these areas here, I believe, was bleeding pretty harshly. Probably still is. Okay, we just dropped this siege here, and unfortunately, the area has become decolonized. Yeah, in this game, that's not a thing at all. It's going to be immediately recolonized via the consul. All right, we took his new capital. We'll head up here and close this war out. All right, there it is. We can sue for peace. We'll take everything they've got for 7 AE. Grab some more characters for the slave mill or whatnot. We'll recolonize this. The question is, do we carry on even further in? Is that decolonized as well? It is. It's a city or not? It is a city. We could recolonize that, but we'll have to do it via the normal method. Let's see. If we attack this guy, what happens? Pieria here. Well, our merc is on board. We have some new characters. We can probably keep this merc employed for some time. We're only bleeding 2 per. We have a very low aggressive expansion. Let's check the status of our new loyalty here with our bonus that we have. Just barely down by 0.01, so that's good for us. We'll probably destroy some forts and such. I was thinking we could immediately carry on and declare war as of right now. Before doing that, I'm going to stand down just a couple of these levies, the smaller ones. Let's see who we have on board now. First levy of Greece, just 1 levy. We have our taxes. Do we even need that levy? Maybe we do and maybe we don't. We'll just leave them up and not worry. We have a new governor. Let's just get him or her rolling there. Let's see. No corruption. There's 152, reasonably loyal. Let's plop him down. We'll get that going. And then declare war once this guy reaches this province or territory right there. Alright, he's there. I'm ready. I recolonized this with the consul. Moved an errant pop in there. Let's declare the war right now. Go ahead right here. Let's file a claim here. And then we can file a claim here. The question, well, let's just do it. Let's see what happens there. He might be taken over by Territorial, but and then we'll lose our 20 PI. Let's hope for the best. I'm filing another claim right here. Actually, those guys are large. We'll do it anyway. Siege just dropped here. Let's proceed in this direction. I think we can assault that fort and just hopefully get on our... Let's see. Yeah. Let's assault it. As I think our warring activities are essentially done. We need to consolidate some pops into these cities. Why is that only 36? I don't know. Looks as though we need to go and deal with this guy on that island. That should be sufficient. That army is now gone, and we can peace out and be happy here as a regional power. Alright, I'm going to dismiss this merc against perhaps better judgment. We probably could go further, but I want to get some pops into these new cities that we have, as well as colonize this city here, which is essentially, it's only 1 pop, but has a great capacity. We are still at a only 50% research rate because we have quite a few primary culture pops mulling about in this territory here. These cities are essentially near maxed out, so I'm going to move some primary culture pops up to this area and put them in these cities in hopes of spiking my research rate. Spent all my money, got some primary pops into Apollonia. It has a fort, so there should be safe. This area here, we need to... I didn't delete the fort. Oh well. How about you? We need to delete you out as well. This fort has got to go as well. Looks like this claim just hit up here. I've been spending my fairly decent-sized income on rearranging some pops. I have more in Apollonia now. Let's start moving some of these primary culture epiotes up to Apollonia. I think the plan is to relocate the capital from the region of Greece, which is very problematic to take any sort of meaningful territory in, up to Illyria and build some cities there to get rolling, so that we can defend ourselves against what soon will be the Roman juggernaut. Because these guys are in massive defensive leagues. They save all their money. They're rich. They'll just hire any and all mercs around. The Antigonids, they have all of these subjects still, but they're not very large themselves. But that's a problem. Macedon, all these subjects, they're probably problematic without the subjects. Thrace is large as well. So we're boxed out of this area. We don't really want to go there to begin with. So I'm going to start saving PI and see if I can move the capital to the farmland, the coastal farmland of Apollonia. I'm going to take 66 PI for 10 stability. I switched the commerce to export, got us about 0.5 per. I also gave myself the 40 military experience as detailed earlier in the episode. Every decade we're going to give 40 so we don't have to, yeah. Would I move these pops again like that? Probably not. I really want to get sort of rolling along, and I want to hire another merc, but can't afford it. I found quite a few characters. In fact, it was triggered by an event that said there's trouble or ruminations in the dungeons, and I found quite a few of them and dredged up a fair clip of money, like 300 or thereabouts. If I recruit this mercenary, I'm going to run about 3 per month deficit, but I figure with his 15 martial, we should maybe make short work of these guys really going forward. We should be able to take out both of these combatants. I think if we declare war here, we end up triggering that other Armistia. Let's see is that in Illigracia? It is, mostly, so that's going to be good for the longer-term plan. Let's action that. I'm going to call up the home levy here as well. Right there. I'm going up to this area. Okay, let's declare this war while the declaration is good. We can declare here immediately and begin our campaign to acquire more money via commerce income. We're going to head up here as well. Not looking good for the first levy of Illyria, the third or the second. I feel a stack wipe coming on. It's over. We'll take the stability here. The siege just fell. Here's very good news for us. I'm going to send this guy up in this direction here. Let's see if we can catch these guys out. We'll take the stability here again. Let's assault this fort away, hopefully. We've done it. Saved ourselves a bit of money as well. And we're going to try to corral this guy here. And we've been defeated. Just a matter of time, though. We have Epirus with the 13 martial on his way over with that levy. And this guy's going to finish out this fort. We caught those guys out, and it is over for them. The siege is done, and we are ready to peace out. We should theoretically get more war score shortly. I wonder if we have to chase this guy down. I bet we do. Alright, we should be able to peace and can for 14 AE. Looking good, And that should about do it for this episode. Let's see, we have some money in the bank. We're running positive. Theoretically, I think we could attack Kavia. Trigger Dardania. What we want with Dardania, though, is a question. It's in Macedon as opposed to Illyria. So maybe we'll just leave that be. We could attack in here. And just Isa. Where is that, Isa? Here it is, here. Isa. I'm going to think on that between episodes. This Merc is beaten down or whatnot, but he has a 15 Marshal, and we're presently running a positive balance. As he recovers his manpower, our funding will diminish, but by that point, really, we shouldn't have so much trouble, especially if we take over this city here and gain all the territories in Liburnia, Iapodia, and Isa. The question is, how much food does this guy have? Not much. Perhaps we'll stand down and just wait. I'll figure that out. I hope to see you in the next episode. Well, let's give a summary report here before checking out. Let's see the provincial loyalties. It's not that is food loyalty here. So Illigracia is just bleeding by 0.01. We have some problems, but we're going to sort those out over time.